Hey guys, Robbie here with RV Sales of Oregon. Today we're taking a look at a 2019 Class B van. It is a Roadtrek Zion. Comes out to about 20 feet or so. So one of the smaller vans you'll see, but doesn't feel so small on the inside and loaded with features. You're on a Ram chassis here with the six-cylinder motor, gas motor in this thing. They make a ton of power for being a six-cylinder and a gas motor, especially for this size. You're probably you're north of 300 horsepower, and that's more than you need for something like this, even climbing hills and things like that. But really nice, attractive front end here. I'm so used to seeing the standard. It's nice to see Dodge do it a little bit different and kind of put some character to it. Clearance lights up front, easy access to your motor there. Big front windshield, gives you great visibility from the inside. But here, follow me and we'll take a look at some of the other features it has before we go inside. Of course, you have a driver and passenger door because you're Class B, and then you have your tucked away fuel. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'll grab their gas fills right there. You do have a step that comes out here as the doors open. I just don't have the rig turned on, so if that's too tall of a step for you, you got a halfway step there. Good storage in the door, but we'll get to that. Here we have our water heater. I believe that's an on-demand water heater. You'll have to double check me on that. I should have checked before I started the video, but I believe it's an on-demand water heater. Here's your furnace, your propane furnace, and then this bungee cord is just holding on to this door right now because we had a latch break on us, but this is your propane fill, I believe. Oh, excuse me, your sewage tank relief. So it's just your blade valve. So you just pull that blade valve to empty your tanks. Oh, it's a magnetic latch. It's failed. So anyway, we'll leave that there for now. Newer tires on this thing. They are not the originals. I'm not sure why, but they're a year newer than the rig, so I have to assume that they are not original tires. I'm not sure the reason for changing a year-old tire, but newer tires there. Outside shower here, and I just want to point out all the glass on the outside makes it feel way more open on the inside, and just is an attractive look on the outside. So a win-win, I would say. You do have a 7-pin hitch on here, or sorry, excuse me, a receiver here with a 4-flat, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, you can tow stuff, I think up to 3 grand. 3,500 pounds is the tow rating for it. You have the backup camera up top, and the TV antenna is what's right above that. So kind of a clean looking finish with that solid TV antenna that doesn't move on you. On the passenger side, you see we do have some windows that open here. You have a powered awning that comes out. That's what these are for putting the legs into. If it gets a little windy, you can secure it down a little bit more. And then again, I don't think there's anything you're missing here other than what we saw on the other side. Glove box. I'll get to the dash when we go in through this door. So let's do that. No, that's all right. There we go. Again, I have the coach off, but there is a fuel step right here that comes out. It's all electric, so it'll just slide out for you, so you're not making that big step right there. But come on in. Again, I always point out my height in these things. In boots, I'm about 6'3", and I can stand up real nice and tall here. I don't feel like I'm crouched over the whole time I'm using the rig. You get this kind of nice fold-away sink here. The nozzle folds up. It's not taking up a lot of space. You can also use it as counter space when it's not a sink, and same goes for your stove here. A little 2-burner propane stove. You have a microwave right above it, and then coming into the back, you'll see we have the bench seats on either side. This is what's going to make into your main bed. So they fold together to make basically what ends up being a full-size queen back here. So you get a really nice big bed back here. You have an exit door out the back, and you see we have this screen too. So if you're at a place with good weather, you can just leave the doors open and have fresh air all night, or whatever you guys are doing here all day. A little bit of added storage here, and then just the built-in storage on this rig. To give you an idea, I'll just open this side. It's about the same on the far side, so right behind me. Right above me is the AC unit. It's a 13,500 watt, or 13,500 BTU AC unit. For a rig this size, that's more than enough. It's going to keep you freezing cold if that's what you want. We have the Norcold fridge here. Let me see something. I believe this is a 2-way, but not your standard 2-way. I believe this is 12 volt and 110 instead of propane and 110. Sorry, I'm not certain on that. Double check with me, and I'll be sure to get you the proper answer on that. And then you have a nice little pantry here, because every bit of storage on these things is a big deal. What am I doing wrong? Nice little pantry there, a little light built in, but super handy. Furnace exhaust is, for the furnace, it's gonna come out right here. And then this is your commode. It's a wet bath with a pretty intelligent design, with a less intelligent salesman showing it to you. There we go. So these guys fold out. You've got the curtain that closes here. You see you have the nice big pan at the bottom so you don't get any leaks coming out. Toilet paper goes right in there. But just a really easy bathroom to keep clean too. If you made a mess, just take a shower and clean it up. But you got your sink, got a mirror. Everything's right self-contained in there. And then looking at the cockpit, I'll just put out a little bit of storage here. And one thing that's hard to see from the angles we've had is your control panel right above the door here. So nice and handy, right where it should be. And then this thing does have a large inverter built off the motor. So you actually end up using your motor as a generator on this thing. So it will provide power. You are fully self-contained, but you don't have a separate generator taking up space. It's just your motor, and it'll supply all the power. That motor is bigger than any generator that I've seen. So plenty of power there, and I think you're 2500 watt for inverting power, so you should be able to run an AC unit and whatever else you might need. Cruise control, everything like that, heated powered mirrors there, navigation, smart infotainment system, so I think it has, what's it called, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay built into it. You also have USB ports there, 12-volt ports, cigarette lighters, that's always what I call it. There is a tow and haul mode on here. It's just going to change your shift points, make it a little bit easier if you're towing something back there. Hidden away auxiliary ports, USB ports right in here, so you can even, have your phone hooked up and have your phone tucked away, so it's not just hanging out here taking up space, in your cup holders, because this thing only has 5 cup holders right between the driver and passenger seat. So if you need to carry 6 drinks, one has to go on your lap or you're out of luck. Sorry, 5 it is, I guess. Low ceiling height on this thing, it's 9'5" on the outside, so you're going to be a lot shorter than a lot of the trucks that are just driving by you on the road. Here, let me see if I can get exact mileage. 34,684 miles as it sits today is where we're at on it. And then, I didn't point this out, there's a nice little table that goes in this here. This plastic cap comes out, there's a pull that goes in and a table that sits on it, so you can kind of use this as an eating space. You're going to be in the cockpit a lot, hopefully using this thing, driving it, going a lot of long trips. Nice to be able to eat comfortably in your passenger seat without it having to be a whole mess up here. Let me see, there's something there. Oh, that's like a clipboard. That's not really much to talk about. Glove box there, storage for papers, things like that. But really good, really good headroom. I mean, excellent headroom for what I'm used to in these rigs, where that doesn't feel like you feel confined in a lot of these Class Bs and Cs. But tons of headroom, tons of visibility out of the front windshield. These the windows on the driver and passenger door are really tall, and they have this kind of double setup, so you really get good visibility there. Absolutely zero blind spot with those mirrors too. So just a really nice, easy driver, easy setup. I think if you just drive a regular car, if you've ever driven a minivan, it's probably going to be it's gonna be a smoother ride than that. But as far as the space you take up, you're like a town and country Chrysler. It's not a big rig here. Shoot, there was one more thing that I wanted to show and I can't remember it, so I guess I'm just gonna leave it as a mystery. If you want to know that mystery, just reach out to me. Again, I'm Robbie here at RV Sales of Oregon. This is a 2019 Roadtrek Zion, low miles on it. The depreciation's already been paid for, buying it new, so you can buy one that's only a couple years old and get it for a used price, and it's basically a new rig that's had its shakedown test done, it's been driven, everybody knows it works, and we'll guarantee that too. We'll make sure everything's working for you, even on a rig this nice, this new. We're still going to go through it and make sure everything's working exactly as it should. And yeah, that's it. I was trying to buy some time and remember what I wanted to tell you, but it's not coming to me. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If there are any other questions that you have regarding this rig, please just reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions I maybe didn't go over here, or just anything you want to talk about with this rig. So thank you all for checking out the video. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you at the next one.